And now let's welcome to the cage, fighting in the red corner, Charlie Monkey Toes Nellinger.
Charlie Monkey Toes, yes, that is his nickname, Monkey Toes Nellinger. How did he get that nickname? Well, years ago, while training, he managed to throw a kick and get his big toe to be looped inside of a key ring. So he was holding a set of keys up by his big toe, all by accident. And one of his teammates said, "Wow, it's like you got monkey toes." And from there, the nickname stuck, and now he fights as Charlie Monkey Toes Nellinger. Now, Charlie is coming back to EFN after a little bit of a break from this promotion in particular. His last fight was back in 2021. After that, he went on to fight for a title at TFC later that year. He then traveled to Russia for the new year to spend time with family and returned just before the war. When he came back, he tore his ACL during training. So he had his surgery, he went through his post-op recovery. He fought a kickboxing fight 7 months post-op. He even fought while having COVID. He found out afterwards that he had COVID, and he said he had a lot of fluid in his lungs that he needed to get drained out. But that's a lot that Charlie Nellinger has been through, and at this point we find him at 2-5 in his MMA career, 7-1 in kickboxing. Christian, what do you like about Charlie Monkey Toes Nellinger?
What I really appreciate is that when we spoke to him beforehand, he kind of told us, all the woes, like everything he's been through, but he did the whole thing with a smile on his face, and he seems super excited to be back out here. Even when he talked about some of the fights that didn't go his way, his perspective seemed so good. And, to see somebody that's that excited to step back into the cage tonight after everything he's been through, I think that's a great sign.
Fighting out the blue corner, Jalan Baby J Gibson.
This fight is brought to you by El Popo Tortillas. Let's take a look at the El Popo tail of the tape.
Jalan Baby J Gibson, another product of the Ricardo Lamas fight team. Take a look at the tail of the tape right here. Charlie Nellinger taking on Jalan Gibson at 125 pounds. 2-5 for Nellinger, 2-2 for Gibson. A very even matchup between two guys that historically favor the striking. It'll be interesting to see if we do have a stand-up bout here, or if we see somebody mix it up a little bit. Gibson showed a lot of really good takedowns against Ezra Butler. When we talked to Charlie, he said he was ready to bang it out. We'll see how the game plans align here inside the EFN cage.
Nellinger also mentioned he's hoping for and he plans for this to be his final amateur fight. He's got visions, he's got designs, he's got dreams to go pro after tonight. So I think picking up the victory here is even a little bit more importance for him as he looks at his journey ahead.
Yeah, and if he's going to be kind of treating this fight as a litmus test to move forward, well, it's a pretty tricky test in Jalan Gibson, as he's somebody that is constantly evolving. He's just 22 years old. He's had 4 fights, but with all the experience he's gaining inside the walls of Ricardo Lamas' fight team, we're seeing a different fighter every time he steps into the cage. So this is a tall task for Nellinger, who says, he's maybe ready to take that next step. We'll see how it pans out.
Let's head up to Mike Vale in the cage for the introduction.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the 125-pound weight division, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the El Popo Tortillas red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 125.8 pounds. Representing Dominion MMA from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome Charlie Monkey Toes Nellinger. And now let's welcome his opponent, fighting out of Agoji Resistance Apparel, blue corner. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, official weight 125.9 pounds. Representing Ricardo Lamas fight team from Bolingbrook, Illinois, let's welcome Jalan Baby J Gibson. Referee in charge, Bob Madrigal.
Yeah, two fantastic strikers.